How pathetic can some people be?
I love it when alcohol companies try to have souls, you know? Like I was watching this commercial for Jack Daniels recently. At the end of the ad, it just says, "We here at Jack Daniels urge you to drink responsibly." Which makes me think that the people at Jack Daniels have never drank Jack Daniels. Because I don't know if you've ever seen somebody drinking Jack. They tend to not be saying a lot of responsible It's usually something like, "Yeah, I'll pick my kid up tomorrow. He's at soccer practice. He likes it. Besides, a little soccer never hurt anybody. And if he wanted to ride, he should have played a man's sport." Oh, well, thank you.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
All right, I apologize. I saw the time. I just assumed it was 4:40 in the morning because that's when people get mad about not being able to buy booze. No, this was 4:40 in the afternoon. Police say a Pennsylvania woman bit a police officer after throwing a drunken fit in front of her child when a liquor store clerk refused to sell her more alcohol. I never know how to say the name of this town. Is it Wilkes-Barre? But it's spelled like Wilkes-Barre. B-A-R-R-E.
Where's this at?
In Pennsylvania. Is it Wilkes-Barre?
I've never seen it on a map.
I think it's Wilkes-Barre, but it doesn't look like Wilkes-Barre. Anyways, the police department there responded to the liquor store at about 4:40 on a Wednesday afternoon because that's when the real drinking occurs. After clerk reported that Rashida Burnett was yelling profanities at him. The clerk refused to sell her more liquor because she appeared drunk at 4:40 on a Wednesday afternoon.
Think about this. This is the one power move you have as a mini store clerk. All right? You can actually cut people off. "Ah, ma'am, you know what? Let me see that. Yeah, you've had too much. Yeah, you need to leave." It's the only power they have. They can't do anything else.
You refer to it as a mini store? I've never heard it as referred to as a mini store.
A mini store, a convenience store.
Mini market?
Mini market, mini store, yeah.
Mini mart.
Mini mart, yeah.
Okay. Mini store.
Or,
mini store works too.
It's like a store. It's
it works
a mini
too.
mart.
It took me for a surprise. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that is the one power play you have. And I would be, that's why I would never last as a mini store clerk, because I would be exercising that right all the time. I'd be like Tim Donaghy was in the NBA. I'd be like just making sure calls went my way so I could collect at the bookie.
What happened when she was cut off? Did she freak out?
The police showed up and they say that she later on acknowledged to drinking a pint of vodka because it was her right, because it was her day off.
But she had her kid with her.
When the police showed up, they say that she called them racist pigs and bit one officer's forearm while trying to kick another's. This is the son is there, right there, just hanging out.
How did she get there? Did she drive there?
I don't know. Hopefully she walked. Female officer was also hurt trying to subdue Rashida Burnett.
Was Live PD there? Because I'd sure like to see this.
Doesn't say that they hang out in Wilkes-Barre.
No, they're on break right now.
The child was about 8 years old and got in on the action as well.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever she would cuss, he would cuss as well. And he also cursed and shoved the clerk at the mini store as well.
I'm sorry to laugh, but yesterday I was on the Bob Jones show and I heard an 8-year-old say to about another 10 or 12-year-old, "God damn it, Kyle, give me my scooter back." I swear to God, I just lost it. And it's not funny to hear kids swear. I know they shouldn't, but I'm a demented person. I don't know. I can only hear this 8-year-old getting after these cops. "Listen here, you son of a bitch pig. Get out of here, man. Leave my mom alone."
I don't know what ends up happening to the kid because apparently, according to this report, this happened last Wednesday. And
Child Protective Services?
Yeah, I think so, because the woman was still in jail on Friday afternoon. That's when
she's probably just still drunk. She's had to sober up. She's a consumer.
She got more than just her day off then.
Yeah,
she got a couple of days off.
No more vodka, though. That's a bitch.
She should start a podcast. There's a lot to talk about. Congratulations, Rashida Burnett. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KZOZ. Rocks.
This should get kind of sticky. We're asking people this morning the question online and on the phone lines, 543-3693. What's the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done in front of you, I guess? What was the most embarrassing thing they ever did in front of you while under the influence?
Is it bad that I can go right there?
Oh, you
I
can?
can go right back to when I was about 7, 8 years old and this
really?
happened.
Just like this little kid. What, you didn't curse and shove a clerk at a liquor store, did you?
No, I'll tell you about it in a second. First, there's a guy from Pennsylvania on the line. Jim, go ahead, man.
Hey, I was just calling to say Jeff pronounced Wilkes-Barre correctly. That's the hometown. That's where I'm from.
It's Barry.
Barry, yeah, Wilkes-Barre.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yep, so you got
God, I'm glad there's two people on the Central Coast that know how to pronounce that.
why do they
I've
spell
heard of
it? Why do they spell it bar?
Well, it's named after two gentlemen, John Wilkes and Isaac Barry.
John Wilkes, the guy that.
The killer?
Not John Wilkes Booth.
Okay.
No, John Wilkes. Yeah, and Isaac Barry is the other guy.
Okay.
And you mentioned about like mini marts. Pennsylvania has LCB stores, Liquor Control Board, and you can only buy your alcohol in those stores, liquor
okay.
stores.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it, Jim. Yeah, that's how it was growing up with us in Washington until, I don't know, the last 5 years or something like that.
Never affected us. If we ever wanted to go buy spirits, we had to go to a state-ran store in Washington. Like Jeremy said, up until about 4 or 5 years ago.
I was in Idaho over the summer, still the same thing. Got to go to a
State-ran.
Idaho-controlled liquor store. You walk in, it's nothing but booze. Got to be 21 to go in. And then you buy your booze there and you bounce.
That's so weird to me that still exists.
So funny in Washington because I have family there still, and they voted for this, but nobody reads the text in the ballot, that said you're going to be taxed out the ass. Now liquor's so much more expensive there, but you can buy it
in stores.
You can buy it at the grocery store. You can buy it at Costco. You can buy it. It's so funny because that the vodka. I'll just use the vodka because it's cheaper. You can get that $12.99. That's a $30 bottle of vodka in Washington State after the taxes.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
you're kidding me.
It's like $28.
So
by the time they're done with the taxes, it goes from which is $12.99 or $12.95 here, whatever it is, the frosted bottle,
Yeah, I know which one you're talking
to
about.
$28.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's like they really
So the
screwed
state of
themselves.
Washington's like, yeah, go ahead and give them what they want. Give them weed, give them booze. We're just going to tax the hell out of it.
I don't think I've ever told you this story about the time that my dad was so drunk that he tried to pee in the oven. Did I tell you this story before?
Oh, no.
543-3693, by the way. We want to know how your parents embarrassed themselves in front of you. This is also over on the social networks, at Jeff and Jeremy, Facebook and Twitter. But, this is the only memory I have of my father being intoxicated. All right, and I've seen both of my parents intoxicated, growing up. It happens. But this one night, he and from what I understand, he was in business for himself. He closed a big deal, and they went out, and the guys were drinking and so on. And one of the guys brought him home because he was stumbling, and he comes in, he takes off all of his clothes. And you got to understand, the bedrooms are upstairs, we're downstairs, and we had a fairly good-sized house, so we're nowhere near a bathroom, okay? And he's in the kitchen because my mom's in there, and I remember she was making cookies, and it was probably it wasn't that late. It was only about 8:30 in the evening. And he's like, I gotta go. And he keeps trying to open the oven, and he's just standing there naked, butt naked. And my mom's like, my mom's a tiny person. She weighed probably 105 pounds.
Hold on. We're gonna rewind here just a second, okay? You said butt naked.
Butt naked, yeah, like everything.
B-U-T-T naked?
Yeah, butt naked.
Is this like a nip it in the butt situation?
No,
I always thought it was buck naked. B-U-C-K naked.
Well, there's buck naked and there's butt naked. Butt naked is, a reference meaning that his underwear was off. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, yeah. We might have originated a lot of our own phrases in my household, but I've always heard the term butt naked, like they're all the way down to their butt showing naked. Like not some people are naked and they're just in their underwear, but this is, it's just to emphasize on the being naked.
Oh, there's all kinds of arguments online about this. Okay, anyway, sorry. I didn't
So
mean
it is
to-
a thing?
It infringe. Well, people dispute it, like we're disputing it right now. But
Buck
I want to get to.
I'll go buck
I want to
naked
get
for
to
you.
why your dad was peeing in the oven.
He never did pee in the oven. We were able to, but it was a whole ordeal.
Whose job was it to get in there and do the dirty work and pull him away?
Well, my mom was in the kitchen. She had cookies in there, and he kept opening it up, and it was hot. And you think the heat would have deterred him from what was happening. But apparently the Jack Daniels was just too good that night. So anyways, and then I remember grabbing his arm, pulling on him, and I remember that drunken stare that he gave me the first time I ever saw it on anyone in the world. You know, the one where they look right through you? He's just like, hey, shouldn't you be in bed? And I'm like, come on, Dad, I'm going to take you to the bathroom downstairs. So then my mom and I got him all the way downstairs.
So you had to touch your butt naked dad?
Well, I mean, I did.
Even on the arm, you still had to touch your butt naked dad?
Yeah, it was just the arm, and I touched his arm
I have a rule.
1,000 times.
I have a rule. When somebody's naked, I don't touch them. I don't care who
when
they
you're
are.
8 years old and you're trying to help out your mom and do
Unless
the right
they're my
thing.
wife.
That's what
my
you do.
wife's the only person I'll touch when they're naked.
And your kids.
Well, yeah, because I have to help them wipe, but that's it.
So, anyways, I remember that we got him down to the bathroom, and then
that's
my
gonna
mom
come to an
took
end soon.
over, and he went, and then she got him upstairs to bed, and God, you know, this is one of those situations where my father passed when I was 17, and I'd love to give him crap about this, but I can't. So something I always wish I could have. So
According to
it's fun to tell the story.
According to the Grammarist, okay, butt naked is not wrong. There's a professor at your
They're
alma.
still right and wrong. What is buck naked then? How is that right or
Well,
wrong?
hold on a second.
These are all made up sayings.
There's a professor at your alma mater. He's Paul Bryans
at Washington State
at
University.
Washington State University. Go Cougs!
In what, the English Lit department? The university is not known for English Lit at all.
I don't know.
So
It's
this is
just-
a really bad example.
It's categorized on his website, the website of Professor Paul Bryans. Let's see,
is that B-R-Y or B-R-I?
Brians.
All right, I'm going to look at that.
He is. Let's see. He studies. It looks like war. And also some science fiction related materials and common errors in English usage. And he published on his website, he says the standard expression is buck naked, and the contemporary butt naked is an error that will get you laughed at in some circles. However, it might be just as well if the new form were to triumph. Originally, a buck was a dandy, a pretentious, overdressed show-off of a man. Condescendingly applied in the U.S. to Native Americans and black slaves, it quickly acquired negative connotations. The historically aware speaker, buck naked, conjures up stereotypical images of naked savages or worse, slaves laboring naked on plantations. So, there is an argument that can be made, according to the Grammarist, that butt naked is the more PC way to refer to the term buck naked, instead of saying buck naked, which is actually derogatory towards slaves and Native Americans that were being exploited for work purposes. Butt naked is just your dad. It's your dad trying to pee in an oven while you're grabbing him by the arm saying, Dad, get away. So I'm okay with that, actually.
I'm never going to forget this lesson in grammar. Thank you very much.
The early instances of butt naked we can find are from the 80s. That's when that term was started being
butt
used.
naked.
It's that new.
B-U-T-T.
B-U-T-T naked. But is better than buck, because buck is like, wow, that's like, you're naked and you're working in a field and you're being exploited by the man.
Right.
That does not describe your dad. No, your dad was butt naked as he was peeing.
He was just naked
on the cookies in the oven.
He never peed on the cookies. How did your parents embarrass you or embarrass themselves in front of you? 543-3693. On Facebook and Twitter, you can leave your comments at Jeff and Jeremy. This segment brought to you by our friends at 805 Reviews. Go to 805reviews.com, or you can download their app at your app store.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.